Christmas, everybody. What is the date today, even? I don't really do Christmas shit, so the closer we get to Christmas, the less I give a fuck about how many days are left in Christmas. The first day of Christmas, second day of Christmas, and then it gave to me. Who gives a fuck about all that? I don't have no fucking time for all that shit. Anyways, welcome to the podcast, Stop Crying Poser, the greatest podcast known to man, as voted by Sean Burns, Brian Foster, Scotty Cramner. I'm sure we all know those names, right? I know I definitely do. Apparently they're really popular guys. Maybe somebody in the YouTube chat can tell us who they are when this eventually goes on YouTube. I'm happy to be here. I'm a little bit tired. Kind of seems like maybe I'm hungover, but I'm really not hungover. I'm weeded over. Yeah, so I'm having a weed over, a pot. Cannabis over, because yesterday was our yearly charity weed stream. I started off clapping because I wanted to give a round of applause to everybody who donated. We made $327 yesterday. All of that is going to the American Heart Association, and it's all because I smoked weed. We had a ton of viewers yesterday, a ton of very supportive donators, and it's nice that we beat last year's goal, but I still kind of feel like it was a failure because my goal was to make $420 and we only made $327. My real goal, though, was just to beat what we made last year. But then I was like, you know what, dude? Why don't we just smash last year's goal and almost double it with $420 for the American Heart Association? And we didn't make the cut. We couldn't pull it off. And it's weird that that feels like a failure. First off, shout out to Brian from Wing King, at Wing King LV, greatest hot wings in Las Vegas. And you guys can find him on Instagram as at the Ganj Father. Yeah, like the Godfather, but with ganja. This guy knows everything about weed when it comes to putting into food, knows everything about CBD. He's a goddamn fucking genius. He's an expert. He showed up. And we got to give away some pretty cool prizes. A Scooters Are Gay skateboard deck, I think, was won by iBook Boy. And I think the other winner is in our chat room right now, David Dean Ross, which, by the way, I didn't shout out everybody in the chat. Pixelated Suits, Kawaii TV, David Dean Ross, and that's all we have on our page right now. We didn't get a lot of hell yes, which is weird because usually this podcast, it's not always at the exact same time, but every Friday right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific. Right now it's 3:47, so we should have our usual podcast squad, the old squadcast. But maybe it's because of the holidays, or maybe it's because everyone who participated in yesterday's stream, maybe they thought I was going to be too fucked up, just too fucked up from the day before to be able to handle it. But as far as the weed hangover, I didn't think that would ever be a thing. Then again, let me explain to you guys the road to yesterday's charity live stream. We do this every year. Last year we raised around $250 for an autism charity. This year is for American Heart Association, also a really good cause. Just wanted to switch it up. But the day before the charity, so this would have been Wednesday. I feel great. All Wednesday I'm cleaning my house because I'm going to have people over. I'm vacuuming the carpet. I'm doing the carpet cleaner. We got a brand new carpet cleaner to get Koopa stains out. Dusting everything, just making sure my house isn't a complete pigsty like it usually is. I get everything clean. Everything's good. I finally sit down, at like 7 p.m. Like, I got my cleaning done. I got the kitchen pretty clean. I got the living room pretty clean. Backyard's not too bad. Cameras all set up. All my alerts are good for tomorrow's stream. All the announcements are done. All the pictures are on Instagram and Twitter. I sit down, and then my fucking back starts to ache, and then my bones start to ache, my spine and my shoulders, and then I'm like, oh, fuck, like, this is weird. I feel like I skated super hard, and I did skate hard the previous day, so then I thought it was that, and then an hour later, I'm, like, sweating, and I'm just, like, tired and sweating, but I'm also, like, getting the chills, like I'm cold. And then I put the heating blanket on me, and Lily comes over, and she's like, what's wrong with you? Why are you so fucked up right now? And I was like, I don't know. I go and take my temperature. It's like 101. So I'm just like, fuck, dude, I'm in full blown. I'm about to be sick on arguably one of the most important days like of the month, right? For streaming or for YouTube, this is a day where instead of our efforts going towards just my selfishness, it goes towards a good cause. So I'm like, I cannot be sick that day. Pounded a Zinc Pill, which is like a airborne, which is funny. That's funny too. Lily gives me this pill. I look at it and I'm like, okay, I put it in my mouth. My mouth goes, fills up with foam. I had forgot that this pill, it's the type of pill you drop into water and then it foams and then it makes a mixed drink by itself, like a bath bomb or something. But that was happening in my mouth, so I'm just like fucking foam coming out of my mouth. Now I'm really fucking sick now. So I ate the Zinc Pill, ate a multivitamin, drank a shitload of water, ate a pretty big meal, and then I just said, you know what? I'm gonna go to sleep early. I'm gonna try to sleep like 10 hours. That way my body being like sleeping will have more time to heal itself. And I woke up the next day and I was almost better. But one of the worst things about this weed stream was every time I coughed, it would like affect my headache. Like, I don't know if you guys ever had a headache and then coughed and then actively remembered how bad that hurts. Basically, coughing on a headache would be like having a headache and then having someone shake your head. Because that's all a sneeze or a cough is, right? Just a shaking of the head. Oh. And every time I made that noise, my brain just fucking wanted to explode. Oh my goodness, it was terrible. And this was all on the day of the weed stream. But halfway through, it ended up feeling fine. It was good. For those of you who watched the weed stream, you'll know that halfway through, I kind of dropped the ball. I got high. I fucking wasn't able to talk. The audio in the room was kind of weird. Like, I noticed the silence. I don't know if that's what anxiety feels like, but I just noticed when no one was talking, I was just like, why is no one talking? But I think that was also me usually being sober. When I recognize that feeling, it's like a cue. It's like, hey, now is the time to fucking start talking. You know, like we're trying to be entertaining. There's a silent break. Bring up some topic. You know, that's how I do this podcast. That's how I do other people's podcasts. And basically the charity was kind of like a podcast, right? We're just there doing something on stream or, you know, your typical live stream. So you want to be entertaining. But I wasn't able to do that once the weed kicked in. So we smoked a joint, still felt pretty good. Smoked a blunt, was getting like pretty fucked up. Smoked another joint, a little half of it or whatever. I was like, I don't know, dude. But then I looked at the clock and I was like, dude, we've raised like $120. It's only been like 30 minutes. I'm already like, this was supposed to be, we were supposed to reach, you know, like the $100 mark like an hour in. So I'd be like, oh, I smoked the joint and then I chilled for like 15 minutes. That's not what happened at all. It was joint, blunt, joint immediately again because we didn't have the bong incentive. So it was like joint, blunt, joint, and then immediately hit the wax. Fucking, I don't know exactly still what wax is. This is yellow shit. It had this really special, fancy dab thing powered by electric or whatever. It's pretty cool. You know, it just really fucked me up. All right, they put this yellow shit in there. I fucking hit it, and I started to go, okay, this ain't too bad. And then, I don't know how a cough works. I don't know where a cough originates, but I hit this shit. I look up, I look around. I'm like, okay, like, dude, this is not fucking me up. Like, everyone's telling me I'm going to pass out or faint. I blow out, and I'm like, wow, dude, that was way smoother than the blunt. Like, wow, that was really smooth. Yeah, it stopped being smooth. Like it was a delayed effect. It took a couple of moments for my lungs to realize how much danger they were in. My lungs were like, oh, look at that smoke coming in. All right, there it goes. See you later. And then it exploded. I couldn't fucking breathe. Every time I breathed in, multiple coughs had to happen. And it was fucked up because I kept feeling this feeling. I'm sure you weed people know about this. I would cough multiple times, and then I would run out of cough. Like my breath would be gone to cough. Yet I'm still coughing. I think the inside of my body was just creating ways to still cough. Should be done. Still going. Where's this cough coming from? I was supposed to be like a 5 cough kind of guy. 3, 4, no, I became a 20 cough salute. I just could not fucking stop, and it was terrible. I'm on one knee, right? I'm on one knee, like at this proposal kind of like stage, but I'm just proposing that I end my own life from how terrible it is. I'm leaning over, like spitting on the ground outside. And that shit went on for like 10 minutes, right? Even after I was done coughing, I would still be coughing. I was coughing the whole rest of the fucking day. And it made me really high. I came back in. I sat down to finish the weed stream, and I couldn't fucking think of anything to say. And nobody backed me up. You know? And maybe everyone was high. Nick Stems was right behind me. You guys couldn't see him in a lot of the camera, but he wasn't high at all. He can't smoke. He has to do a drug test on Monday, so he can't smoke weed or fucking do any drugs. Even if we had more drugs, he couldn't do those. God damn it. Imagine that charity. The mushroom charity for $5,000. We'll donate this to the Mushroom Truffle Foundation. There was no one to pick up the slack. You know what I mean? I'm the star of the video or the podcast or the live stream or whatever that I don't often, like set anybody up to talk, but I was really by myself on that day. And that's pretty much how the weed stream went. OG Mickey says you were dying. But one of the cool things that happened is we gave away a Scooters Are Gay skateboard deck. Something that will never be sold again. I knew I wanted to give one away for charity. I have 2 left. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. Probably next year, those will become just giveaway items too. I'm not allowed to sell them. You know what I could do? What if I did it like a charity auction? Maybe I can give those away for charity and the highest bidder gets it. Maybe not. Well, we have a whole year to figure that out. But OG Mickey says I handled it like a champ. Oh, man. By the time that thing was over, dude, I was just happy it was over. I remained like, I never got myself back. And here's the thing. I have to ask you weed smokers, why does everyone want to feel like that? That's my real question. I sat there. I couldn't really talk that well. I couldn't think. I couldn't like keep my delivery correct on trying to fucking advertise the charity, trying to hype people off. I hype people up, excuse me. I lost my ability to build hype and be entertaining. I lost it all. And I know that doesn't happen to everybody, but if you looked at everybody in that room, everyone just like fucking melted into the couch, and it's just like, And I just don't know why would I ever want to feel like that? And I was sitting outside looking inside. This is a weird thing too. I don't know if this is just me exaggerating what happened, but I was sitting outside looking in, and I could see the stream failing, right? I'm just like, dude, these guys are being so fucking quiet. Lily's walking in all sober, like, why are you guys so quiet? Aren't you guys supposed to be doing a charity event? What's going on? And I just see that happening from outside, and I'm like, dude, they need my help. And then I'm also like, but that's fucking far away, man. That's like 10 steps. I'm just going to sit here. I had told that to Brian as he walked out to take a phone call. He's like, you feeling okay? And I was like, dude, that going through that door looks so far away. I'm like, dude, my door is 5 feet away from me. But I was so, I guess, lazy, or maybe some type of tunnel vision. I was like, dude, that house is too far for me to walk right now. I can't be going over there. I'd rather let my fucking Twitch die and ruin this whole charity event than walk over there. And then I have people that say, yeah, weed makes me really productive. Motherfucker, I couldn't even walk 5 steps. I talked myself out of walking. That's some 600-pound life shit. I talked myself out of walking 5 fucking steps because of weed. OG Mickey again says, maybe weed isn't for you. Maybe it's not for me. I've known it wasn't for me. Here's the thing, though. Since these charities are always 1 year apart I forget how bad it was. It's one of those things where you don't remember how bad it is until you're doing it again. I'm trying to think of another good example. It'd be like breaking a bone or getting a tattoo. You know, if you got your last tattoo a year ago and you're thinking back on it, you know, you've been looking at it forever and you're just like, hey, dude, like, yeah, I got that tattoo. It really didn't hurt that bad. It wasn't that bad at all. And then the next year you go in there and you hear that machine go, and you're like, oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, this is going to hurt a little bit. That's how the weed was for me. I immediately got all my flashbacks after the first joint. I was like, oh, yeah, dude, this is going to be uncomfortable. And it was. That was the point, though. I would never Outside of a charity, I would never. I don't think there's any way that somebody could talk me into fucking smoking weed, right? It's one of those things where somebody would be like, hey, I'll give you $5 to hit the blunt. No one would ever do that because that's the stupidest fucking thing you could waste $5 on. But I would be like, nah, like not enough. It's not fun enough. It's not cool enough. I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. Get out of my face. But yeah, I guess that's the point of doing the charity event. Anyways, after that also, I discovered that munchies, getting the munchies is a real thing. I ate, once my stomach settled, because my stomach was fucked up. Once my stomach settled, I ate a whole foot-long Subway, and then I ate a whole pizza to myself, and then I ate cookies, and then I ate an ice cream sandwich, and today I still haven't pooped. I don't know where all that shit went. It's in my body somehow, just, I don't know where it is. Maybe it's in the back of my legs. Maybe I'm doing some weird Lizzo shit, hiding all this extra fat that I don't know what's happening, but it's fucked up. And I'm scared about is it all just going to turn into fat, or am I just going to have 9 poops today? I don't know. The switch continues about that. Every day on the podcast, we start talking about poop. Speaking of that, Liquid Gang. You guys want to join the gang of efficiency? Don't be spending your days pooping out big old rocks, motherfucker. Just send it out liquid style. That's how the sewer works. It's just put it in liquid, break it down, goes in there. Also, you ever had salsa? Yeah, you don't want to stuff a tomato and an onion in your face. No, you liquidize that shit. Boom. Liquid Gang, the most efficient way to live. I tell you guys, I don't know why no one's embracing the Liquid Gang lifestyle. You know, it's easier to flush, right? Less pressure needed. I'll never understand it. In my life, before we jump into the news, the other day I was having this dream. I'd like to tell you guys about my dreams because maybe they mean something. I was in this dream and I was in my neighborhood and I was trying to walk home to get to a party at my house. I don't know why I was having one of these lavish parties at my house, but I was trying to get to my house, and I think it had something to do with drugs. I think maybe it was smoking weed or something. Maybe I was thinking about the weed stream coming up because I think this was the day before. But so I'm walking to my house. I gotta hurry up and smoke the weed or something, or sell the weed, whatever it is. I'm fucking going, and I'm trying to walk, and I'm walking, but I can't go I can only go a certain speed. And I'm like, dude, why? I got to get to this party or whatever, something weed related. I got to get to the party. And I'm only like a block away. So I'm thinking, like, I start to try to jog. I'm jogging, but I still can't go nowhere. So then I fucking lean my whole body forward and pull, like as if I'm pulling like a car or something from my shoulders. I'm just leaned at this 45-degree angle, just like pulling. And I'm looking around. Everyone else is walking regular speed. Everyone else can jog and walk regular speed. With me, there's nothing behind me. There's nothing pulling me. But my body is completely just fucking dragging, trying to get somewhere. Ugh. Like I'm on this stair machine, just fucking. I feel like I'm trying to pull like 500 pounds behind me. Eventually, I get to my house. It's a party. I don't know what the fuck happened. Something happened at the party or whatever. Still in the dream, right? And then I end up at a fancy restaurant with my friends Rye Dog and Tony. Why we're at a fancy restaurant, I don't know. I'm in the fancy restaurant and we're about to eat, and I'm leaning my chair back, and then I'm like, whoa, my chair's fucking loose. So I'm rolling around on my chair. My chair's like jiggling or whatever. So I'm like, fuck, dude, this chair's gonna break. And then I get this feeling like I'm like, Rye Dog, what the fuck are you doing? I felt like Ryan was tickling my butt in the dream. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What? We're waiting. It's a restaurant, man. Why is this whole homoerotic shit happening with you all the time? He always says weird shit like that. So the dream doesn't seem that different from reality, but it is a weird thing. He's like touching me all weird. And then I wake up and I look behind me, and Koopa's whole nose is just in my asshole, just like just like Koopa, my dog, was behind me. He's like sniffing my butt. Yeah, during the dream. So, so I'm wondering where was this dream going before Koopa came and switched up all my sensory, like my senses, to turn this dream into some weird homoerotic Rye Dog dream. I don't understand why why that became a thing. Koopa he knows he can just jump on the bed. He doesn't have to ask for permission, but that was one of those weird things where I feel like if Koopa hadn't have done that, it would have been a normal dream. We just finished our fucking whatever meal we were going to get, hopefully a steak or something. Would have finished that, but then Koopa came up, did some weird shit, sniffed my butt. Weird thing that dogs do. I remember when he was a puppy, he could be like a crime dog. Cause he was a puppy. If I was in the kitchen, I did a silent toot. Remember there, me and Lily, I just let a silent creeper in. And Koopa would always know. He would walk right up to my asshole and be like, alert, alert. Get on the ground, asshole. Who's farting in the kitchen? That could be a great children's book. Who's farting in the kitchen? Anyways, I had that dream. And the reason I had that dream, I think, was also I had a 4 Loko Seltzer. Oh, yeah. I'm a big fan of the malt liquors that have high alcohol, but also have like a fruity flavor. Because I'm kind of a fruity guy, apparently, from my dreams. So I saw on a YouTube video, I follow this guy where all he does is look at new alcohols and he chugs them. I think his name is the old... I got to get back to you guys on what his name is. Because he's not really a popular YouTuber. He only gets like 50 views, but one of those is always me. So I saw that he chugged a 4 Loko Seltzer. And I was thinking to myself, oh man, it's probably like a Truly or a White Claw. It's probably really good, dude. And I get it. I fucking cracked it. And just the smell already, I was like, whoa, dude. The 4 Loko Seltzer. Let me first tell you guys, I've only had maybe one good 4 Loko in my life. And I think it was the strawberry one. And I think it's only like 9%. Because I had one called 4 Loko Gold. I couldn't finish it. I'm telling you guys, dude, I had to bitch out. I had to dump that shit down the drain. I couldn't drink this 4 Loko Gold. It was like 14% alcohol. I couldn't do it. It just tasted like energy drink and asshole. So anyways, this 4 Loko Seltzer, I opened it. The smell got to me. It just smelled and tasted like cough medicine. And I remember as a kid, I would always look at this cough medicine. I'd be like, oh, grape? Yeah, fucking right. You know, something about cough medicine, it's never close to what it's supposed to be. It'll say like apple or grape or strawberry, but it's always flavored like 4 Loko. I wonder what that is. Maybe it's the alcohol. Maybe you're drinking alcohol to kill off the bad germs. Maybe that's where 4 Loko came from. Oh shit, 4 Loko was developed to taste like 1994 cough medicine. Oh, it's so bad. I'm never going to do that again. You couldn't, again, we'll use the $5, the $5 argument. You couldn't pay me $5 to ever drink another 4 Loko Seltzer. That shit was not good. Continuing that story, after I drank the 4 Loko, we watched a movie on Netflix called Klaus. And I'm a big fan of animated films. You guys all know this. Things like Minions or fucking Toy Story or what's that one where the guy breaks everything? Smash It. Smash It. I'm going to Wreck It Ralph. Smash It Samuel. Fuck It Up Freddy. Wreck It Ralph is a cool one that I just saw on Netflix the other day. I watched that shit a long time ago, but I just saw that it's on Netflix now. Smash It Samuel. That's Sam Tabor's nickname in the bedroom. Smash It Samuel. Oh man, give it up. The Klaus movie's good. God damn it, it's a good movie. I like animated movies, but I don't like holiday movies, really. So the Klaus movie ended up being really, really good. I liked it a lot. Real feel-good movie. I also just watched the Grinch movie, and I don't know if that's new or not, but it wasn't too bad either. Because here's what it was. Lily was like, she likes holiday shit. So she's like, let's watch the Grinch. And I'm like, I looked at the thumbnail, and it was Jim Carrey's weird face with like fur on it, and I was like, I'm not fucking watching this trash. And she's like, no, the new one. And I'm like, what do you mean the new one? I don't want to watch an older version of Jim Carrey fuck up this weird green hairy character. I don't know what this shit is about. Green eggs and ham, some weird fucking hairy dude fucking up Christmas. Why is he doing that? I don't know. If not, none of my business anyways. But the animated one, pretty good. It's pretty good. I liked it. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the news. Oh no, before we do that, guys, let's do our Ninja Lifestyle sticker pack giveaway every single week here on the podcast Stop Crying Poser. We give away a sticker pack to an unsuspecting viewer who answers a trivia question correctly. Today's trivia question is going to be very, very easy. It's for anyone who tuned in yesterday and didn't get a chance to win something. What was our weed charity? What was it for? What was the name of the organization that we were raising money for? I've mentioned it already on this podcast probably 10 times. And all you had to do was check any of my social media in the past 7 days for a free chance to win a sticker pack mailed directly to you. Now, this should be an easy one to answer. It's going to come down to my Twitch chat lag. It's going to come to the Twitch servers to figure out who wins this, because I've already given you guys the answers multiple times. And if no one answers it in the chat, that's just going to be a sign of my failure throughout my life. Fuck. Okay, guys, come on. It's not that bad. Jeez. Who ate my beans said, I don't know. I'm glad he was honest about it. Who ate my beans was honest about having no idea. This is actually really annoying that we have this many viewers and mods here. Nobody knows what we raised money for yesterday. I've mentioned it fucking 10 times already. Infamy said, I know it, but I already have so many of your stickers. OG Mickey says, I missed the question. Well, you know what, dude? All right, let's just move on. Nobody wins this. Nobody wins. Let's move on to the fucking article. Next article. Oh, shit. ShotSpotter Tech leads Las Vegas homicide detectives to man shot dead in car. ShotSpotter, we talked about this months ago. The ShotSpotter is these machines that can triangulate when a gunshot goes off, and then they give a GPS location, and then the police go to that location and try to see what happened, I guess. So it finally caught somebody, or maybe it's been catching people, but this article is about it catching somebody. ShotSpotter technology led Las Vegas homicide detectives to a man shot dead in a car in a downtown neighborhood on Wednesday night. The Las Vegas Metro Police Department's call center got a report from ShotSpotter, a citywide program to identify original locations of gunfire from the area of Fremont Street and Eastern. Wait a minute. I thought ShotSpotter was all over the city. It's only for downtown? Officers responded to the area at about 6:45 p.m. December 18th and found multiple shell casings at Crestwood and Wengert Avenues. I don't know these streets at all. They followed a trail of fluid to a car about 200 yards away. 200 yards away from the case. Away! The spell, Gabriella. I swear to God, if I scroll up, and this is a Gabriella Benavidez, let's find out. Scrolling up, Christian De Silva, you've been fucking up lately. Jesus Christ! They followed a trail of fluid to a car about 200 yards away from the casings and found a man dead inside the car. Metro Homicide Lieutenant Ray said it appeared the man was shot before the car crashed into a parked car further down the street. Now, my issue is, did ShotSpotter figure this out, or did somebody call in a car crash? Because I feel like it's more likely that when you hear a bunch of gunshots go off and then you hear a car accident, I feel like you'd probably get on the phone and say, hey, 911, heard a bunch of gunshots and a car accident outside my house. No need to contact a ShotSpotter. It fucking happened here. It's also kind of strange where it's like, okay, car with dead man crashed into another car, probably still on, right? Probably smoking. Why is that? Why did no one report that? This is because of ShotSpotter? You know what this is? This is an ad to make ShotSpotter look like it did something. Spencer said the man was shot at least once. He was pronounced dead on scene, and they had not identified him. There were no witnesses, and no one called police about the gunfire. Maybe. No suspect information was available. Well, interesting, whatever. Watson Punk says, ShotSpotter, is that echolocation thing? Yes, it is. Although, I don't know Is echolocation the right word? Because I kept saying triangulate, but I feel like whenever I hear the word echolocation, it has to do with a dolphin. Dolphins appeared on scene and they found a man dead. They followed a trail of fluid because that's all they can swim in. And 200 yards away from the casings, they found a dead man. 200 yards away. Jesus Christ. Enhance. Next article, 49 pit bulls, including puppies, rescued from suspected dogfighting ring. Now, sometimes I think to myself, dogfighting sounds kind of cool. And then I think to myself, okay, that's a terrible thing to say because dogs die in that. And they get fucked up and they cry and they yelp and they get fucked up for no reason and they're neglected and they get abused. And then I think to myself, you know what, dude? Dogfighting's not cool. Cockfighting, that's where it's at. So let's read. Oh, man. Sometimes I can't say this shit with a straight face. A man in Washington state is facing animal cruelty charges after authorities rescued 49 pit bulls, including several puppies, from a suspected dogfighting operation. Now, here's the thing. If I would have read this story 2 years ago, I would have been like, man, this is a fucked up guy. But now that I have a dog, I'm saying, man, this guy deserves to get fucked up. You know, like, it's way worse now that I have an animal. Probably like when I read all these headlines and I read like, oh, this person kidnapped, and I go, fuck, who cares? Keep scrolling. If I had a child, I'd probably be like, wait a minute, stop, let's check this out. Stop, what area was this in? Check it out. Okay, check it out. So yeah, now that I have a dog, anything that has to do with like hurting a dog in any way, it makes me fucking furious. When the officer visited the home, the owner showed him 6 dogs. They were all malnourished, had wounds and scars, and were afraid of the owner. They found dozens of dogs locked in crates inside a garage with no ventilation or lighting. Officers also found paraphernalia associated with dog fighting and breeding, including medications, syringes, first aid supplies, and training tools. First aid supplies seems, and training tools, medication. These aren't bad things. Syringes, maybe. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. If you give it here, you can give dogs your own shots, right? You can go to a feed store, get dog shots, and you can give dogs shots yourself. So this doesn't seem that crazy. Maybe I don't know. Most of the pit bulls were in poor condition and lying in their own urine and feces. 11 of the dogs needed medical attention and were transported to a local vet. The others were transported to the Humane Society. What the fuck? The Pierce County Sheriff's Department identified the owner of the dogs as 40-year-old Elmer Givens Jr. He was arrested and taken to jail. Good. Quote, dogfighting is a brutal blood sport that is almost always operated solely for the purpose of conducting illegal gambling. Thanks to a tip from an alert citizen, we were able to shut down this criminal operation and rescue dozens of dogs. Well, I feel like dogfighting is not just there solely for the purpose of illegal gambling. I feel like it's there because it's a bunch of fucked up people that want to see dogs get fucked up. You know what I mean? That's why it's there. If you want to do illegal gambling, you could have a poker night, you know, or you could take bets on football, you know, or UFC or hockey or whatever. Where's this at? Washington? Horse races or something. You don't have to fucking have dogs hurting each other and killing each other. But that's just my opinion. OG Mickey says cat fighting would be the real deal. Or bird fighting. Bird fighting. Here's the thing about birds, though. If they can fly, you can't make them fight. What if they're just like, I'm not doing this, bro, and just fucking fly away? Brrr. You know what that sound is? That's the sound of every car in the Nickelodeon show Doug. See you at the dance, Doug. Ha ha. Brrr. Brrr. I can't stop doing it. I'm Cardi B. All of a sudden. Is that the same bitch? Anyways, what the fuck, dude? I don't want to be here today. I don't want to be doing this podcast. But you know what? We're doing it. Let's go to the next news article. U.S. State Department issued travel warning to anyone going to Mexico. Now, I brought this up just because I thought it was insane that that our State Department has to tell you guys to be careful in Mexico, but it gives a list of where not to go. I'll read the list of places not to go in Mexico. Colima, because of crime. Guerrero, because of crime. Michoacan, because of crime. Sinaloa, because of crime. Tamaulipas, because of crime and kidnapping. Okay, don't go to those places. And if you're going to these places, don't go to these places. Chihuahua, crime. Coahuila due to crime. Durango, crime. Jalisco, crime. Mexico State, crime. Morelos, crime. Nayarit, crime. Nuevo Leon, crime. San Luis Potosi, crime. Sonora, crime. Zacatecas, crime. Okay, if you plan on going to any of those places, don't go. Because there's a lot of crime over there. Believe it or not. Just go to like that one place that everyone goes. Bora Bora. Is that in Mexico? Or is that one place that everyone goes all the time for their honeymoons? That's the only place in Mexico you can ever go. Anywhere else, if you step 1 foot off of that fucking place, it's over. You're done. You're done, son. It's one of these things where it's like you can kind of interpret this two different ways, right? You have all that build the fucking wall, keep the illegals out, fucking talk, you know what I mean? But there's two sides to that. As far as this thing, maybe it's propaganda, maybe it's not. Cancun, that's what I was trying to think of. Thank you, Cancun. Maybe it's propaganda, but this really makes Mexico look like a place I don't want to hang out in too much, right? And it may just be that this article's bias telling me that. But guess what? What this article also tells me is Mexico might be a place where even regular, everyday citizens, they might not want to be, because apparently every goddamn place is filled with crime. So that would give them a reason to want to perhaps check out the U.S., maybe. So yeah, they should definitely be doing that. Check it out. Fucking go over there, sign up for the paperwork, and then get in here, get out of there. Too much crime, too much kidnapping. It seems like a fucking scary thing to read. And then it gives you all these things that you can do. If you fucking take a taxi, take a picture of the license plate and send it to somebody. Fucking use do not drive alone or at night. Don't drive at night. Like there's a lot of shit going on here. Do not display signs of wealth such as watches or jewelry. It just seems like a really scary place. So, I don't know. You know, it's funny too, because I have a lot of friends who go to Mexico like multiple times throughout the year, but they're all Mexican. So they go over there. They know they have a relative that knows something. I heard a story about one of my friends. He went there, and this guy in the car on the trip with them, they get pulled over right away and try to get extorted for money. Right? The guys say, "We're not going to let you go unless we get $200." And the guy goes, My brother works for the cops. Here's his like badge number. They look up the badge number and they put them on a list for like of do not pull these guys over anymore, because the guy's cousin or brother was a cop out there. So they started off extorting them and then put them on like the do not fuck with list. It seems like I mean, it all evens out too though, because I also hear that you go to one of those bars, it's like fucking 10 cents for a beer. So it's kind of like, you know what, dude? You're going to pay the cop $200 and then you get a bunch of 10-cent beers. By the time you get back, you're paying the same you would have paid at the bar at the corner. But then again, maybe it's more fun. I don't know. It just seems like a scary thing. Usually they don't put a list like this. It really makes Mexico look whack. I want to hear your guys' thoughts though. Maybe this is some propaganda to make Mexico look all shitty, like, oh, fucking Donald Trump was right, man. This place is a shithole or something. I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to make you afraid of Mexico from this article. I always try to read some of these articles and at least in the back of my mind, think to myself, you know what? Maybe they're trying to trick me. Because it seems like over the years, a lot of articles, their goal is actually to trick you. Speaking of the president, as OG Mickey says, MAGA, get impeached, I guess, right? I looked at the camera and thought to myself, I should explain what this means. But guess what? I don't fucking know what it means. I really don't know. But I do know this. Donald Trump got impeached and Facebook went nuts. And you always know when Facebook's going to go nuts because it's great. It's 1% of people don't know what impeached is. Or, you know, they think that it means like, oh, he's out of there, man. Fucking, he's impeached, he's gone. 1% of people think that. And they write, Donald Trump's getting kicked out of office. He's out of here. 1% says that. And then 99% of every human being on Facebook then feels the need to go and correct everyone else. Just correct the one. 99% of people correct the 1%. My Facebook is nothing but people arguing with an imaginary person about what impeachment means. And then it's all these people that are like holier than thou, like, well, somebody didn't take fucking history class, idiot. What impeachment means is 2/3 of this voted, and then it has to go through this. But the Senate isn't going to do that because of the Democrat thing from 40 years ago. Fucking idiot. Like, everyone became a goddamn political science major over the course of 24 hours. Everyone is explaining it. Like, I guarantee you 92% of you is just copy and pasting from another post. Everyone has to be the fucking brainiac between how the American government works. I'll be honest, guys. I knew impeachment didn't mean you're out of office, but all this shit about voting and all that, I didn't know any of that because from what I remember, Bill Clinton was impeached, or no, not Bill Clinton. Was it Bill Clinton? Bill Clinton was impeached, right? I don't even know if I'm right, but he stayed in office. It was all good. He got impeached. They talked about it, and then he just fucking kept getting his dick sucked and went on with his life. And there's a lot of people on Facebook that just hate this Donald Trump guy so much. Nah, that's fine. It's cool, man. I've always said, like, you can say, like, fuck that guy, I don't like the guy. But if you're going, like, really far out of your way to just be like, man, the Senate needs to get their shit together, bro. Fucking, they need to get rid of this guy. And it's like, okay, name one senator. Name one. Just name one senator. Dude, that'd be one of those things. Name one fucking person involved in this scheme. And don't Google it, motherfucker. I remember I was fucking with this dude at sports bar one day because he was trying to pretend he was like a super badass gangster, and then he started freestyling. He was like the biggest like fake gangster ever, and I could see that shit. I was like, dude, stop. You don't need to act. Just hang out with us, right? It's okay. You don't need to be a gangster. He's like, fucking pull out the Mac 11, motherfucker. Dun, dun, dun. And I was like, wait, stop. I was like, I'll give you fucking, I don't remember, I think it was $20. I'll give you $20 if you can tell me what bullets a Mac 11 takes. If you can tell me right now. Or Mac 10, whatever it was. I don't even remember the fucking thing now. But I just called him out because I knew he wasn't going to get it. I was like, I'll give you $20 if right now, if you're in all your gangsta-liciousness, if you could tell me what type of bullets, this gun you was rapping about probably was a Mac 10. Let's Google it. So he's like, man, motherfucker, I ain't even like that, motherfucker, I ain't even like that. And I saw him turn around, and I saw him pull out his phone, and then I remember, I'll never forget yelling. I yelled this across the bar. I was like, don't fucking Google it. Oh, I'll never forget that shit. Never saw that guy again. What a weird story. That's the news. We don't really have anything exciting. By the way, guys, like I said, I don't want to be here today. I don't feel good. The weed just got my stomach feeling upset. But let's talk a little bit more about what happened in my life this week. There's a Netflix series called Don't Fuck with Cats. I started to watch it, but then I fell asleep because that was the day I was feeling really sick. But I was in and out of it. Like, I would wake up for 5 minutes, watch it, fall asleep, wake up for 5 minutes, watch it. And it was really interesting because it was about this guy put a bunch of videos of him abusing cats, and then a bunch of random fucking just people, random nobodies on the internet went through all this fucking shit and like researched and just created a group trying to catch this guy. They tracked him from country to country, figured out who he was, figured out a way for the authorities to catch him. And it was all this guy, like this weird psychopath who kills cats and serial killer mentality, and they finally catch him. And it's a documentary. I think it's probably like 5 or 6 hours, because I think it's like a 4-part documentary, but I think each one's like an hour. It's pretty long, but it's pretty interesting, and it's called Don't Fuck with Cats. I think maybe you guys would like it if you like that kind of thing, but I don't really have an opinion on it because I didn't watch the whole thing. So just something for you guys to watch. I apologize for today's podcast being a little bit low energy. These past few days have been fucked, right? 2 days ago, I was really fucking sick. Yesterday, I smoked weed and dabbed and just was out of it and ate a bunch of bad food. Here's the thing, too. Everyone always tells me, you eat a bunch of bad food and that affects your mood the next day. And I feel it, dude. I feel like a fucking greasy pizza right now. I feel like a fat, greasy pizza right now. That should be somebody's ringtone. You're just in the doctor's office. I feel like a fat, greasy pizza right now. He's like, who said that? Whatever. Maybe we'll play some games. Maybe we'll hang out a little bit. But that's going to be it for the podcast today. Nobody got the fucking trivia question. I'm very disappointed in you guys. But round of applause for everybody who was here yesterday. We raised $327 for the American Heart Association. You guys actually raised $293. But there was also some cash donations from me and my friends. So that was $34 additional dollars. And we ended up with $327 in donation. So I'm hyped on that. I'm proud of you guys. I need to figure out some sort of like thank you post or something for Instagram, but I'll do that later in the week when I get my brain back together, because I really feel like my brain just melted this past couple days. But that's the point, right? You guys got what you wanted. I got what I wanted. American Heart Association got some money so they can give people hearts. Heartless people need hearts, and they got them. God damn it. I don't know how much one heart costs, but I feel like we put a dent. We put a dent in that shit. So I appreciate you guys for showing up on a day where we usually don't stream and coming through with the donations for a good cause. Oh, what do we talk about today? Let me know your thoughts on dog abuse. Let me know your thoughts on weed and everything that I mentioned about it today. Am I wrong or am I right? For some people, I feel like weed really motivates them, but for me, it really demotivates me and also hurts my stomach, makes me eat a lot, makes me not able to entertain a crowd. It just completely shut me down, and we need to reflect on that. 4 Lokos, do not eat the Seltzer one ever. Don't fuck with that. Impeachment. Maybe I didn't explain it right, but here's the thing, man. Everyone on fucking Facebook has become a political science goddamn genius, and it's annoying to me. Maybe it's annoying to me because I'm not smart enough to understand it. Or is it just annoying to me because it's a weird, like, narcissistic thing to do to try to correct people, but you're not actually directly correcting a person. Like, everyone's on there just writing. They're just writing like, well, for all you idiots out there, you're starting your shit out just making yourself sound cool. I hate it. Hopefully I can translate that idea to you guys of why I hate that whole thing. And if you want to watch a kind of a cool documentary, watch Don't Fuck with Cats. That's all I have for you guys now. I'm going to be doing a little post show, so if you guys are in the chat, stick around for a little bit. But other than that, this episode's going to be a wrap. Shout out to everybody who showed up. OG Mickey, Pixelated Suits, iBook Boy, The Evil One, Grease Monk, and David, Dean Ross, and Moletta Remy. Oh, man, and Josh. Kind of a lower energy podcast today, but I did what the fuck I could. God damn it, I did what I could. So if you guys tuned in late, you can rewatch this podcast on Sunday morning on iTunes, Podbean, or YouTube. As always, I appreciate everybody who was here. And whatever. Fucking whatever. I'm happy it's Friday, guys. I can't wait to just go sit on the couch and just daydream about some shit, because Lily's working for the next few hours. I hope you guys are having a better day than me. But you know what? Tomorrow's a new day. So as soon as this day's over, you can wake up feeling good tomorrow. And I'm happy that I'm able to spend these days with you guys for a couple hours. Kuna Matata, bitches. Let's play that motherfucking intro. Go. Stay out of Mexico. I'm serious.